Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Cooking Ain't Complicated. I'm your host, Chef Saint. I want to thank you for joining me. And today, we're here to party. My friends Anthony and Malyssah are having a Tiki themed housewarming party. And I thought what better way to celebrate than by making them some garlic teriyaki beef skewers. It's simple as they come recipe. Lots of fresh veggies, lots of beef. They're fantastic. And of course my favorite ingredient is the garlic, but I'm looking forward to not only cooking these and eating these, of course, but when I'm done filming, the drinking starts. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the first thing we want to do for this recipe is we're going to make our marinade, because we want the beef to soak in as much of that marinade as possible, which is going to require some time. So always get that done before you do all your vegetable prep, anything else. Get it done, out of the way. Bada bing, bada boom. So what we're going to start with is half a cup of vegetable oil. We're going to put in 2/3 cup soy sauce. Now what I'm going to do before I do that is I've got ginger. I use a dried ginger, that way it keeps better. But I'm going to go ahead and incorporate that in the soy sauce. I'm going to let that sit for about 30 seconds while I mix everything else in. But we got 1/4 cup of soy or sesame oil, pure sesame oil, not the blend. A little more expensive, but believe me, it's worth it. It's so tasty. And I know you're saying oil on oil, but trust me when I say this works. All right, so take your soy sauce and your ginger, throw that right in there. Whisk it around. We got half a cup of regular granulated sugar. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of these sesame seeds. Whisk those in there too. And the piece de resistance, my favorite. We're going with a store-bought minced garlic today, just for time and ease's sake. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to be a little heavy at that. We're going to do 3 heaping tablespoons of that. When I said these are garlic meat skewers, garlic teriyaki meat skewers, I wasn't kidding. You know me, I don't play around with garlic. Very serious. So whisk that all together. Incorporate it. So now what we're going to do, clean up our workspace a little bit. We are going to take our beef and we're just going to cut it into thinnish strips to fit on the skewers a bit better. So you don't want to go too small, about like that. And as we get done with this, you can start putting it into our marinade mixture. Alright. There you go. And then just mix it in, work it around. It's very oily. So you want to make sure you get it in all the nooks and crannies. Make sure it's all nice and worked in. Just like that. We're going to cover that up. We're going to put that in the refrigerator for a minimum of 2 hours and let that incorporate together. And we'll start working on our vegetables. So we chopped all of our vegetables. We cut the peppers just basically in half. They're the sweet peppers. We got some pineapple chunks that I cut and some regular yellow onion. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a piece of this beef, kind of skewer it a little bit, and then kind of fold it in on itself. So so it doesn't eat up a whole lot of real estate. So sort of like that. That little piece wants to be difficult. Be careful, and I mean to say this in the most meaningful way possible, but in seriousness, it is easy to skewer your hand with these. And while they're not bamboo, they still would suck. So depending upon whatever you're using, don't be in a hurry. Take your time. Be thoughtful with how you do it. And just alternate your pattern. Little beef, little onion, pineapple, little pepper on there. And why not? Let's go for one more piece of meat. Something like that. Repeat until done. We'll come back. We'll be on the barbecue. Let's get these suckers cooked off. I'm hungry. All right, so now before we get to putting these on the grill where they rightfully belong, we're going to introduce you to the people who have so graciously hosted us today. Here's my buddy from college, Anthony.
Hi.
His beautiful wife, Malyssah.
Hi.
And their wonderful, precocious son, Malcolm. Say hi, Malcolm.
Hi.
These are my friends. They're having a housewarming party, and we figured we'd make them some food for it. So, let's get these suckers on the grill. Nothing fancy about this. You just lay them on the grill. Wait till your coals are nice and warm. Very white. You don't want to do it with fresh coals. And then you just got to watch them. Flip them every couple of minutes until they get to right where you need them to be. And it smells like it smells right now, which is, holy God, indescribable. So we're going to let that go for a couple minutes. We'll flip them. All right, so let's pull these off. We're just about perfect. We don't want it to get too burnt. We want the meat to be nice and juicy. Okay, now we're just gonna hit it with a little sesame seed on top. Little fresh green onion. Brighten it up a little bit. It looks good too. And there we go. Beef, pineapple, onion, pepper. Not hard. You saw the marinade. It was like 5 things. Threw together in minutes. Marinated in hours. Grilled in minutes. It looks and smells absolutely amazing. I'm ready to eat and get my drink on. I'm sure they're ready to eat and also get drinking. So, I want to say thank you for joining me again on Cooking Ain't Complicated. I want to say thank you again to the Haldermans for having us over. And remember what I always tell you. Cooking is an art form. You just get to eat it when you're done. I'm actually trying to simple that phrase up. Now on, we're going to call it like this. Eat your art. And there you go. We're going to eat my art. We'll see you next week.